So today's book, guys, is not like everyone else. All the sheep lived on Farmer Johnson's farm. Every day they wandered in the fields eating grass. Every evening, Patch the sheepdog rounded them up and herded them into their pens. Anke hated being the same as all the other sheep. Why do we all have to do the same thing every day? Moaned Anke to her best friend Flossie. I like doing the same thing as everyone else, said Flossie. It's boring, said Anke. Why can't we be like the pigs? It looks fun to roll in the mud. Anke rolled and wriggled and waved her legs in the air. Whoopee! This is great! Try it, Flossie! Anke's having so much fun. Flossie shook her head. Look at the mess you've made of your wool. Huh. The next day the sheep got their coats sheared, Patch barked and raced around, herding everybody into the shearing pens. One by one the sheep moved forward in line towards Farmer Johnson. Why do we all have to look the same as each other? Asked Anke. How else would we look? We're sheep. We're supposed to look like this, said Flossie. Well, I'm going to do something different, said Anke. When Anke's turn came, she wriggled and wriggled, pulled and wouldn't stay still. She used all her strength to escape Farmer Johnson's grip. The other sheep laughed when they saw Anke's new haircut. But Anke loved it. I look fantastic. Do you guys think Anke looks fantastic? Looks like she's got a crown on her head. A few days later, Anke was roaming around the field with Flossie. Why do we have to chew grass all day? I want to eat seeds like the chickens. Anke wandered over to the chickens and copied them. Peck, peck, peck. But all that pecking gave her a headache. We're sheep, said Flossie. We're supposed to eat grass. Okay, I think this time you're right, said Anke. One hot summer's day, Farmer Johnson fell asleep in the field. Patch snored next to him. The sheep wandered further and further across the hilltops away from their field. Where's everyone going? Asked Anke. We don't usually roam this far. Flossie shrugged and followed the other sheep. The sheep moved nearer and nearer to the edge of the cliff. Stop, stop! You're going too close, shouted Anke, but everyone ignored her. Anke raced back to Farmer Johnson and bleated as loud as she could. Ba, ba, ba! But it was no use. He was in a deep sleep. Anke wondered what to do next. She pecked at Farmer Johnson. Peck, peck, peck. But it was no use. He continued snoring. Anke thought hard. She looked at the tree. Anke looked around and saw a tree that was full of fruit. And this gave Anke an idea. I know, thought Anke. I'll peck the tree and wake up the farmer. Peck, 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 peck. The tree shook. Farmer Johnson instantly opened his eyes. He looked at the empty field and gasped. Quick! Shouted Farmer Johnson. The sheep are in danger! Patch sprinted away, barking at the sheep to come back to the field. Finally, Farmer Johnson and Patch rounded them all up safely. You know, you really shouldn't wander away from our field, said Anke to Flossie. We're sheep and we always eat here.